the treadmill or I eat something and someone goes, you know that you're killing animals. There's people always got some stupid shit to say, man. Like, fucking, you live your fucking life. Sorry, I don't want to start this rant. Alright, we're almost up the hill. Let everybody come in here. It's been a while, guys. Probably a couple weeks. Let me get up there and start. I put fantasy orders out there as a scanner, a live scanner. So, an alert. So I put it there. Not all my orders are there. The starter entries are there. Starter entries are my fantasy orders. And then, when I see them fill, I zoom in, and then I can decide what I want to do with it. Do you want to add more? Do you want to take some off? Where am I going to profit? All these planning should be done already. All right, we made it to the hill. I'm getting better at this. Okay, before we start, let's recap what was going on in the past week. Last week, I went to Newport Beach and did a meetup. There's a lot of people that showed up. There's a lot of people in Southern California. And thank you, whoever showed up. And then we got, some people go, oh, it's too far, man. Traffic's bad. I go, it's like, okay, you don't have to fucking go, dude. It's like, what the fuck you want me to do? You want me to fucking fly to your house? Usually those are the people that are not in MIC. Those are the ones that are lazy. They don't want to work. They're asking me dumbass questions that they can fucking go and Google. You know what I'm saying? Fucking arguing and shit. It's like, life is simple, guys. We live in the best country in the fucking world. We have all the opportunity in the world. Fucking take advantage of it. I ain't fucking here to help you. You gotta help yourself. You know what I'm saying? I helped you enough. I give you the opportunity. America gives you opportunity. You fucking take it, dude. You fucking take it. It's like, I wish I had all these opportunities when I was growing up. I grew up in Vietnam. There's fucking no opportunity. We had to escape from that shit. The opportunity I had was to fucking be alive. Either stay and die or fucking leave. I didn't say, oh, the boat is too far away. America is too far away. I'm just fucking stay here and die. So be it. Then you're fucking dead. Fucking, so what? You gotta drive an hour and a half, 2 hours. I fucking flew to Southern California. If 2 hours is too much work for you, you should not be trading, dude. Because it's gonna take you longer than 2 hours to learn how to trade. So these motherfuckers, yes, I'm calling you a motherfucker. I'm sorry if I'm using the language, but it's fucking harsh reality. So it just kind of bugs me, man. Every time I do this shit, there's always some fucking clown that fucking like, oh, can you do it near me? You're too far. Why are you such an asshole? I'm like, bitch, I'm being a fucking real motherfucker. I'm not here to take your fucking money. I could easily be a fucking douchebag, a furu, and fucking try to convince you to give you my money. Knowing that I know you're gonna go broke trading. So if I know you're gonna go broke trading, I'm not gonna take your money. I don't need you to join MIC, guys. You want to join MIC to learn, not to join because you're doing me a favor. And so I am kind of an asshole on purpose. People think I'm an asshole, but no, dude, I'm real. Because what's gonna happen is this: if you cannot fucking get your ass down to a meetup and you really want to go, but you're just lazy, there's no way you're gonna make it trading, guys. So this is the first barrier that I present to you. Do you want it bad enough? If you want it bad enough, you fucking gonna make it happen. I don't want your fucking money. I don't want you to go into MIC and corrupt the club. Because everybody that's in MIC is a hard worker, dude. They understand that it's not easy. They are there to help one another. That's why MIC is a completely different environment, different community than any place I've ever seen. You do not see any members hating on MIC. The only people hating on MIC are the trolls or the competition, pretending to be a troll, which they are. We have the biggest testimonials. We have dude, we turned traders profitable and consistent in a matter of months. If they follow our rules, if they become consistent, they become consistently profitable. And that's why you will never hear anything bad about MIC. We do not scam anybody. How could we scam anybody? I am here looking at you every fucking day. I'm doing meetups. Alex is doing a meetup. We do meetups. We meet people in person. We have no bodyguards. We don't scam anybody. The only people that say that stuff are the haters, which, in my opinion, is the competition. They're pissed off to do. I mean, it's not my fucking fault. When we started this, we said we're gonna change the game, and we did. You don't see us bashing anybody. We're just doing our own fucking shit. We're the most trolled people in the world. I post my fucking trades every fucking day. Members have access to us. I posted. I mean, not every day is gonna be a winner. That's what I want to talk to you about today. Okay? Today was a very difficult day. But before we get there, let's talk about, okay, so last week, thank you guys for coming. And so what we did at the meetup was we met people, and then, you know, I said, fuck this shit. It's too loud. We're at a bar. It's too fucking loud. Let's take it all back to my room. And so I booked like a bigger room just so that we can bring members back. And those that attended, you guys can probably tell people what's going on. We went to my room. We basically did 1 hour boot camp of me talking. I pulled up my screens, I pulled up my charts, I pulled it and I showed P&Ls, I did whatever they wanted to ask. And that's the family environment that I like. And the reason I do that, because the people that came to the meetup drove so far. They drove 2 hours. There's 4 people that came from San Diego, guys. San Diego. And my man Luca wanted to fly in from Toronto, Canada. He looked up flights and it's like, dude, it's too far. It's too much money. I go, dude, don't do it. Don't do it. But do you see? It's like, dude, they want to become successful. They do anything possible to become successful. And that's why they will become successful. If you are sitting around on your lazy fucking ass and you expect to be spoon fed, dude, how can you be successful at anything? Okay? The resources are there. The opportunity is there. You ask, but you have to ask an intelligent question. Don't ask questions that you can easily look up. Okay? Don't ask me stupid ass fucking shit. What is a line? I mean, fuck, go look it up. I mean, I'm sorry, but you know, sometimes my patience run out. I'm a nice guy, but sometimes it's like, when I see people with that attitude, it just upsets me, because there they are, man. They're very intelligent. They're aggressive enough to actually approach me to ask a question. There are so many nice people out there that are too nice. They're afraid to come and ask us questions. And I mean, dude, those people are so fucking nice. And they're too nice. That's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask a question. If you're losing, help me. And then we will give you the resources to help you learn. But you have to take initiative, okay? And unfortunately, the people that take initiative are usually the assholes that come and they say, oh, I want this. They complain. I'm like, do you see what I'm saying? So, you know, more people need to stand up and assert themselves for the positive side. And that's what I love about MIC, man. You guys post a question, and after hours, you have 10 responses from everybody. But it takes a little time for people to get out of their shell. And so, this is why we do a lot of meetups, guys. Meetups are fucking hard work. Trust me, man. I'm so tired. Alex is so tired. Tosh, everybody's tired, dude. Tosh drove 2 hours too. With B. Wells. What's up, B. Wells? You know, it's not an easy thing to do, but we do this because we want to help people. I want members to meet members. I want to create an environment where nothing like this has ever existed before in training communities. Training communities are a bunch of rooms that people pump and dump. That is what people think of us when they think of day traders, and then they think about chat rooms, and they think about trading services and educationals. They think of scammers, and I want to change the whole fucking concept. That's fucking wrong. The people that are scamming are the guys that do not trade. They're marketing, and you know who they are. I don't need to say who they are. I mean, some of them have very good intent. I have no problem with them. Many of them are my friends. But like education-wise, right? You go through grade school, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, high school, college, graduate school, on-the-job training. There's many different levels to this game, guys. That's the thing people don't understand. Just because you subscribe to one service doesn't mean that your education ends there. We may just be your first or your last advanced service. It doesn't matter. But my point being is education does not stop. Okay? It's an ongoing thing. That's why I don't bash people. The people I bash actually are the guys that are actually teaching you the wrong information. The paper traders, the fake fucks, those are the people I bash. But I stopped doing that because I realized, man, it's not fucking worth it. I'm taking time away from my energy away from the people that want the help. So that's why you haven't seen me really bash. I just post my charts. I post helpful stuff. And then people bash me because they're pissed off because I'm the only guy that's actually doing this. Me and Alex, that's actually teaching people how to trade for real. With that in mind, I wanted to talk about a couple things. Before we start, Alex is doing a meetup. So we want to do more meetups now, man. Alex is doing a meetup in New York City. It's on our Twitter. And if you go, I don't have Twitter, fuck you. Go get fucking Twitter. What do you want me to do? You want me to fucking fly to your house and give you a fucking hand-delivered message? I mean, I know Twitter sucks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but sometimes it's not about you. If you want to fucking learn, this is the way it is. I don't post much bullshit anymore on Twitter. I just post my charts and then I just leave people alone, because I spend most of my time in MIC now. So I'm there all the time. At night, we helping everybody else. So Alex is doing a free meetup in New York City, guys. So if you're near there, this should light up fire up your ass. Fucking go there, dude. I mean, who's gonna throw a free fucking meetup, right? And this meetup is not for selling shit. Fuck, the people that are attending are usually all the people we know already, members and stuff. So Alex, when is that? That's this coming Saturday, guys. Go to his Twitter. You have to register. There's a registration page. That's it. And then you show up. Bring as many friends as you like. And one thing I wanted, this is a new format that we trying to do for that. Because meetups are fun and all, but fuck, dude. I want people to learn too. It's very hard to learn in a bar environment. So I don't know what Alex is going to come up with. So I came with the concept for myself during the Newport meetup is members get to go back into a private area such as my room and fucking learn. And you know what's crazy? A lot of people told me, you're crazy, pal. You're crazy. These crazy guys will come in your room and fucking who knows? But you know what? That's the kind of guy I am. People are scared all the time. They're scared to do meetups. They bring bodyguards. They're afraid people will do shit. That's because they probably scam people. We have not scammed anybody. And so I'm not afraid. And if it happens, it happens. If someone fucking kills me, they kill me. What can I do? You can't live your life. And that's the fear. You know what I'm saying? You should not live your life in fear. I do enough risk control management to make sure it's okay. I'm not going to take you to my private house. We're in a public place. We're in a hotel. But the point is, you know what, man? That's life, man. I could be scared. I could be scared of all this stuff. But, at the end of the day, is you do well. It helps people. And then, that's life, man. And so I guess it's I used to be afraid of all this shit, but I realized, you know what, man? What do I have to lose? So I die. I live a great life. At least if I die, you guys will take over and MIC will be even greater because it will make the news and it'll help more people. As negative as it sounds, I always try to turn a negative into a positive, right? Okay. Alex, you around? If Alex is around, okay, we can talk about that later. But I wanted to talk about trading in terms of, not every day is going to be a big day, guys. Not every day is going to be a big day. I woke up today, everyone's like, oh, this is a great setup, like CANF, CANF. And I'm like, fuck, I missed that shit. I missed it. I'm waiting, and fuck, dude. So this is, this is the new shit. Everyone's learning. Everyone's doing the same shit. And so the stock is going to play against you. CANF is supposed to be an easy short. Easy short. The problem is it went out so much, 270, and then it went to 328. 328. And so it stopped out a lot of people, including myself. I made money on it, but I minimized it. I should have been up a bunch of money. And so I'm pissed. I am fucking pissed. But you know what? That kind of stock, you cannot look at it in hindsight and go, oh, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. This is the thing. I stuck to my process. My process said, hey man, this stock is not doing what I thought it'd be doing. So instead of fighting it or holding it and praying, having conviction, it's still day one. Okay? Day one has day one rules. And I live by this all the time. Risk management is the key. I'd rather break even on a trade or lose a little bit of money and miss the opportunity than to lose real money because I was too arrogant. You know what I'm saying? I was making money on other stocks. I was like, fuck it. So I cut off. I still made decent money. But I feel like shit because the stock tanked from 320 down to like 260, 270, right? I'm like, fuck. That's a big tank, dude. That's like a 50-cent tank. You know, I was in like almost 10,000 shares, 8,500. I was like, fuck. So I had a max size of 10,000 shares on that stock. So what I want to talk about is this. Process, guys. Process. Process is what keeps me making money consistently. Process is what keeps me from blowing up. Process is not there to maximize every single trade because every single trade is going to be different. Process is there to come into the market, pick out the stocks that are in my setup range, my patterns, my niche, my strategies. So I find stocks that are in my strategy and I put it into the engine. The engine is the process engine, which is how we do the stocks, how we find the stocks, how we do fundamentals, how do we do lines, how do we know where to enter and where to exit. Okay, so process is everything. With the correct process, you are still not going to nail the top and the bottom unless you just focus on the one stock. But I trade a lot of stocks and my goal at the end of the day is to be green. So what if I don't maximize the stock? I mean, it sucks. I'm pissed, but next time maybe I will maximize it. But the stock, CNF, for example, it ripped up 40 cents, dude. It broke the high day. Not only did it break the high day, it broke it with authority. Okay, high day was like 320. So everybody's fucking like, if it breaks 320, people stop out. And that's what it did. Everyone stopped out. So I didn't really stop out. I actually added 327. But when it went down, I took it off. So because I knew that I'm not going to be part of the sheep that covers at the top. So I waited and I added where people shorted. Where people stop out. That's part of my process. My process has it so that I'm not all in at a particular line. I'm scaling. And I understand that if it breaks the high day like this, everybody's going to stop out. And it's going to give an artificial big spike that come right down. So I took advantage of that to make back some losses. And I still closed the day like $900 or some shit green on that stock, okay? So it's not that bad. I'm still up. I would have been up like $4,000, but shit happens. I didn't lose money. So I stuck to my process. And the process yielded me that $900. And then it tanked. I'm like, fuck. But what can you do, dude? Because if that stock went to $4, if CanF came to $4, I would have been, woo, I did the right thing. But just because it didn't fucking kill you, doesn't mean that next time you're not gonna die. And today was an off day for even me and Alex. We were like confused, and then it's like, fuck. So when you get tricked like CNF, and then you're looking at that shit tank 50 cents after you get out, it makes you doubt your abilities. Like, fuck. And so this is the problem. The problem is if you think what could have, should have, and be all hindsight, being a guru, then you'd be scared the next time. So I made it a point to just say, fuck, dude, that's my process. I went back to my other stocks and I go, hey, I'm actually decent for the day. The guys in the room, I posted my P&L and I fucked up, guys. I did fuck up. But I really thought I was red. To be honest, I didn't even look at P&L. So when I'm trading these, it's so fast at the open. I'm putting all my orders out. I'm managing my positions, okay? And so that's the key. At the open, I have all my orders out. Like, not all the orders, but I mean, like, I plan all my orders, so I know where it is. I put my fantasies order out, which are the starters. My fantasy orders are only the starters. They're not full size. I never want to be full size at the open. Full size should be saved for when you're up, and then you're adding to a winner, not adding to a loser, okay? And so it fooled us. It fooled us, and then I thought I was red on that stock, dude. I thought I was fucking red. Then I looked down, like, I'm fucking green? I can't believe I'm fucking green. Okay? And I looked down, like, hey, I did decent today. Not that bad. I don't want to post the P&L. I don't post P&L, but if you guys want to post it, the reason I post it is to let you know that, you know what, man? We can still fuck up and feel like shit and be tricked, but we're still up. Okay? Take what the process gives you. Take what the market gives you. So when people say take what the market gives you, I rename it to take what the process gives you. So the process spit out that up, down, green, even, you accept it. You don't go, oh, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's how you die. If you keep fucking doubting yourself, the next time that comes, that's where the fear comes in, okay? Bao was straight up with his wins and losses. We glorify process over process. Exactly, B. Wells. Exactly. And that's why I wanted to educate you guys. You know what, man? Don't look at the P&L. Of course, we all look at P&L, but when I say don't look, it means don't be obsessed over that. What you need to be obsessed over is proper process. Did you stop out when you said you will? Did you enter where you said you will? Did you have FOMO or not? You know what I'm saying? If you stuck to your plan, there's no reason for you to be upset. That's it. Tomorrow is another day. If people that are too upset over one play, it means that, dude, they're probably not a real day trader. Because come tomorrow, today's a fucking a memory. Last week, I don't even remember what the fuck I traded. Every fucking day to me is the same, guys. Seriously. I think I have a 2-day window of memory. The reason why I have a 2-day window of memory is because I need to remember low-hanging fruit. Okay, we talk about that strategy. I won't get into that. We have tons of videos. So I have a 2-day memory because I have to remember what happened yesterday so that I can trade it today. And that's a low-hanging fruit. So besides those 2 days, tomorrow's another day, dude. It's going to be a distant memory soon. So when you take things too personal, it's going to fuck up your next trades. Just think of it as Tom Brady. Tom Brady, he scores so many fucking touchdowns that when he scores a touchdown, it's no fucking big deal. Unless it's a Super Bowl. You see, when once in a while it's a big thing, then you celebrate. But only short time, because he knows he's going to be right back on the field for the very next game. It's the little motherfuckers that hardly ever have attention, hardly ever scores a touchdown, that's going to be bragging all over the fucking internet how good they are, bragging all this shit. But, dude, Tom Brady scores a touchdown every fucking game. What's the big deal? He scores hundreds of them. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just another fucking day. Just same as me. When I get upset, so it's weird, okay? As a day trader who's been training for so long, the times I get upset or the times I deviate from my process, I hardly get upset when I'm, let's say, missing a trade or when I deviate. If I follow my process, I should not be upset. Because this is another fucking shit. Okay, next. When I get upset is when I start falling into this trap of I coulda, shoulda, I should have been better. When I hear someone makes more money, when they're banking on this shit. So that kind of affects me because I'm a human being. And so, you know, that's what I'm working on. You should work on avoiding all the noise. Work on your process. Stick in your little thing and work on your process. And just because you have a niche, guys, just because you have a fucking niche doesn't mean that that niche cannot change and evolve over time. Doing one thing over and over, become the best at it, that is great. That's what I do. But do not ever stop learning, guys. Do not ever stop learning. Just because something works today, it may not work tomorrow. So always but the one thing I always work on is risk management. So I'll talk about that right now. You can trade any stock you want. I don't give a fuck what you trade. You can trade anything you want, any time of day, as long as you have proper risk management in place. Okay? And that's why you hear all these people go, oh, don't touch this, don't touch that. And then I'm here, I pull out a big win on Fran. Because you know what, man? I'm like, why are people scared of this stock? Why are fucking people scared? You know why I nailed Fran today? FRAN? It's because the first thing I do, I always go through my process. I look up fucking the news, see what the fuck's going on. Then I look at the chart. And I'm like, this motherfucker's chart, this stock is up a shitload. And then I'm looking at the 1-year chart on Fran. I'm go, dude, it's at the fucking top of the outer line on a 1-year chart. So it's exhausted itself. It went up without a single fucking dip. I'm like, oh, I fucking love that. When a stock keeps going up without any relief, without any washes, the moment it does wash, it's going to give you a giant ass fucking tank. Because everybody wants to get the fuck out. No one's fucking... That's why stocks need to go up and then down. It needs to clean out. It needs to consolidate so that it can break the next resistance. If it just keeps going up, there's no way it'll break. Because everyone's in it. It's overcrowded long. So you need a stock that goes up. The hardest stock to trade is this. Not a stock that keeps going up without any fucking relief. Because if you time that right, it's going to fucking crater. The hardest stock are the ones that goes up a little bit, stair steps, goes down a little bit, consolidate, boom, boom, boom. So it stair steps up. Because you're like, what the fuck? You cannot read into it. It's a slow walk up. It's a grind of death. Okay? And so when I see Fran do that, I'm like, dude. And then I'm looking at the year chart. So this is a little secret, guys. I'm looking at the fucking year chart. I show the guys in the room exactly. I circle my thing. I do the same process every fucking day. And that's why I'm not scared. Because the problem with fear is this. Fear is, you're afraid of the unknown. I'm not afraid of the unknown because I'm looking at the chart. I know where the stock is going to go. It's going to go from line to line. And I'm looking at the two top lines. At the 10 and then the 11. And I'm going, okay. So, I'm going to fucking start nibbling at $10. But instead of doing, let's say, 5,000 shares and getting squeezed out at 20 cent pop over 10, I'm like, dude, I'm going to scale it out. So I figure out my range. Okay, so instead of doing that, I'm going to do small size. So that even if it goes to 11, I'm okay. Because I anticipated that risk. I'm okay with that. So I'm not fearful anymore. I'll give you an example. If you just do 100 shares, I just make it up, right? For simplicity's sake. 100 shares at $10. It goes to $11. You only down $100. And you know that's a possibility. So what you should do, instead of doing 100 shares, you do 50 shares and then 50 shares. And now you got 2 bullets. And that's what I did. I took my max size. I think how many shares I don't remember. But I allotted myself 10,000 shares max size for these stocks. I don't use them all front side. But it's there for the back side just in case. But I plan it out because I do my math in my head. I do my math and figure out my risk. What I mean by risk is this. I figure out where it needs to go for me to lose what I want to lose maximum. Okay? So I layer my risk. So I'll show you. So we make videos on this, but there's a bunch of ways to do risk. Okay? There's max size, max loss, time at 10:30, you stop out, things like that, right? So for me, I'm not fearful because I know where the stock's going to go. If it breaks $10, so be it. It goes to 11. Cool. I'll add there because it's not adding to the loser when I pre-planned it. So instead of doing 1,000 shares, for example, I'll do 500 shares and 500 shares. That is not adding to a loser. That is part of my plan because I don't know who's going to break $10 or not. Okay? I'm trying to fucking see where the break is. But I know it's 10 or the 11. And so you could do this. If you are less risk adverse, wait until the 11, which you'll never hit. Okay? Which you'll never hit. Because it didn't hit. Hold on, let me bring Alex in here. So, the way it works is this. You can either be perfect on your lines, but it'll execute maybe 1 out of 10 times. Yeah.
What's up? I was going for a walk. Yeah, I was going for a walk because it's like you were talking about process, and I still went back, and I'm saying to myself, it's past zombie time, and I should be walking even if I'm not doing an Instagram live. So the fact that you're talking about your process, I'm still doing my process even though I'm not doing a recap. You know,
that's exactly. The thing. So that's the thing, man. I talk about this a lot. We talk about process, and I think everybody's starting to talk process. It's basically, this is your life, man. If you want to be an athlete, and I consider myself an athlete, and Alex an athlete, and all you traders an athlete. Because, dude, this is a fucking sport. This is the NFL, dude. Okay? And you're competing with big monsters like Alex here, and myself, and whoever else. And so, you have to get your fucking life in order. You have to get your health in order. You can't be waking up late, drinking at night. I drink too, but when I drink now, I don't work. I want to be in top physical shape, and so I work. I kick my butt. I get stressed out. I go relieve my stress. I come back, and that's my process. Everybody has a different process. Alex has his process. He starts at 10:30. My process has been this. I fixed my process by
by using stops now. I use stops, and I also use some very smaller size. I size down, and I also walk. I learned to walk away. And so before I would just sit there because I'm bored. I have nothing else to do. I have no MIC. I have no trading friends. I'm by myself in my room. And fuck, I'd be up a ton of money, and I'd be bored. I wouldn't know where to go, and so I would bleed back half. And I mean, I make money, so it doesn't matter. But when I'm thinking back, it's just stupid. It's stupid. And so we keep saying this, man. So Alex taught me a great thing. Alex taught me that less is more. He leaves at 10:30. Some days I make more. Some days I make less. But at the end of the day, man, if you fucking keep over trading, you will work unnecessarily and be stressed out unnecessarily for the same gains, if not less. That's the thing. So we want to trade when it's most optimal for us. Less stress and get the fuck out. Sure, you can make more. But is it worth it? Is it worth the added risk to maybe make a little more money?
It's opportunity cost. You have to think about it. If we're able to make, a couple $1,000s in the first hour of trading, why are we trying to sit there for an extra 6 hours trying to make another $200, $300?
Yep.
Is it worth our time?
And risk blowing up.
And risk blowing up and stressed out for the next day. Because imagine if you're sitting there for 6, 7, 8 hours, you're stressed, you're not making money, and the next day you have a setup that fits your criteria, your niche, your edge, and you can't perform as well because you're exhausted from the day before.
Yep.
So all of these things kind of come into play as well, and that's what we have to remember too.
Correct. So this is what we tell people, like, focus on your process. So today was a great example. I really thought I lost money, but then I'm looking down like, oh fuck, I didn't lose money. And so I think I'm proud of myself, not because I made money. I'm proud of myself for not revenge trading. Okay, normally I'd be all pissed off and like, fuck. That's the ego. The ego is like, how could they possibly fool me? I took it too personal in the past. That's how people blow up. Trading is not personal. So what if you lose? And your friend makes money? So what? That's just how fucking shit works, dude. Be okay with it. And so if you guys out there cannot fucking separate your ego from the trade itself, then you're doomed. You're gonna blow up eventually. So we help people by telling you how to do it. You cannot be trusted. I cannot be trusted. So I have Alex kick my ass. So Alex always keeps track of me, like, fuck, dude, every day. Like, where the fuck are you, Val? Send me proof, Go for your walk, Val.
It's true.
It's true. Tab will fucking help you.
I mean, another thing that I kind of want to explain too is the power, like you said, of risk management. Because what I've noticed about my trading is that I tend to lose money after zombie time, so I kind of cut myself off. Whereas a long bias trader makes their money during zombie time. So it is advantageous for you to kind of wait for those times to go along with proper risk management. Just because I don't trade after zombie times or just because I size down doesn't mean that's what everyone's process is. That means that's what works for my personality, because trading is based on your own personality. Bao loves kind of nailing every channel. He kind of loves controlling the way the stock moves with his, he knows how to do it, right? He knows where to put his orders. He shorts at the top of the channel. He shorts at the bottom of the channel. Whereas me, I go for less scalps, but with higher size. And that's how I make my money, because I want to be in and out quickly. And that's what fits my personality. So you have to find what type of style fits your personality and take it from there. These Instagram lives, these recap videos are for you guys to see our process so that you could take little pieces of our process and fit it into your personality. If you are a long bias trader, you should be focusing on stocks above VWAP, holding above VWAP into zombie times that are float rotated stocks to go long. Yep. Whereas me, that's the exact opposite of what I want to see on my setup. So that tells me that I should be running away. So just because zombie times come, or just because it's 10:30 or midday, doesn't mean that you have to cut off your trading. It means that you have to practice proper risk management, maybe size down a little bit, and recognize that for shorts, it is hard to trade during zombie times. For longs, it is easier to trade during zombie times. So see what fits your edge.
Correct. And so that's the whole thing. It's like so the market moves in cycles. Okay. Example would be, so we call it zombie times because we wanted to give a name that everybody can understand. So the market moves in cycles. Okay. In the morning, the reason why we make money as a short is because the stocks go crazy. And we know where the resistance is, the lines are, and we take advantage of just that move. We call it nail and bill. And so it's so fast that the people that are anticipated that move already. I anticipated. I put it in my fantasy orders. This is something that no one ever talked about until MIC, right? It's like, this is how I'm able to catch all the top ticks, guys. Because I anticipated going there. If it doesn't go there, so be it. But if it goes there, that is my fantasy line that I'm using. And so the reason why it works is in the morning is so much volume. So much fucking volume. And then the algos cannot really control that. The algos take over when the volume dies. And then now they own the stock. And that's why manipulations happen during the zombie hours. That's why people lose money. You lose money. That's why Alex does a great job at stopping. There's no advantage that he sees. You know, it depends on the style that you trade. Alex wants to take a big size position, wait for a move, and then cover. But the big size positions don't really happen during zombie because there's not enough volume. Right. You know what I'm saying? You have to have liquidity to do that type of style. And so it's advantageous for someone like me who, let's say during the zombie hour, I'm doing channel trading. So in the morning, I do what Alex does. You know, I can do size, whatever, because there's enough volume. But then I used to be like that. Remember, I've been trading for a long ass time. So I'm always adding new tools to my tool chest. And that's the thing people don't understand. They look at my chart and go, what the fuck is that? Well, that's extra income. You know what it is? I make my money in the morning.
It's like saying you find $50 on the floor every half an hour. Are you not going to pick it up?
Yeah. It's even more than that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, I'm just joking. But you see what happens? And so during zombie hours, a guy that's trading size, like Alex, for example, is going to get chewed up because there's not enough liquidity for him to exit. The algos are the guy that's adding the liquidity during the zombie hour. It's not retail. What we want to do as a trader is to take advantage of retail orders. Okay? That's why I look at other chat rooms and stuff. Those are retail orders. They are the human beings. When I say retail, I mean human beings like me and you. Algos, on the other hand, they have unlimited money, unlimited time, unlimited powers to do what the fuck they want to do to manipulate. And so you having size, they will chew you up during times of less liquidity. So that's why, but the good thing is this, and that's why I do my channel trades. During those times, they pick off big orders. Guys are trying to get out of a big position. They will move it down to the fucking bottom of the channel just to get you out. You will not be able to fill size where you want to fill. And so that's the lack of liquidity. And so I understood that. And that's why I'm able to do, you look at my stock, dude, I channel shit all day long. But that's only, you know, certain, because I fucking look into it, I didn't do the right size. But my point being is, like Alex said, it's a personality. It's a personality, it's a type of trade. So, you know, you learn these things along the way. Don't be scared just because it says, oh, zombie hour, don't trade. You know, you go, why are people scared? And I'm going to take advantage of that. So correct. When I'm channel trading, I'm taking advantage of these algos fucking people over with size. And I'm small enough where I'm invisible. That's why my channel trades work. You have to find the right balance of size to be invisible so that the algos ignore you. The algos will be making $1 million. I'm okay with making 10 G's. You feel what I'm saying? So give me the invisible money. I'm going to be a barnacle on the giant whale. Invisible. But if I'm the fucking shark, the whale is going to fucking fight me. And so that's my whole thing. So, but the key is the risk management. So, I mean, this is something new that I've never fucking figured out. But, you know, after talking to Alex and stuff, I'm like, dude, this is fucking great. This hard stop shit works. This fucking, you know, we put it all together and it comes out to risk management. Okay, you take over talking. My voice.
Yeah, so another example that I want to give is, you know, the power of kind of using small size too, because I've been talking to James about this a lot because James sees opportunities in pre-market that he wants to attack on, but his rules tell him that he shouldn't really be trading pre-market. So he kind of went back testing and seeing that, you know, he does find an edge in pre-market trading, but because like Bao said, there's a lack of liquidity, you have to use less size. So what he's been doing is using 1,000 shares or 2,000 shares pre-market. And believe it or not, he is making more money using less size because he's able to be patient. Because the reality is this, if you have, I think it was pre-market, he had like a 320 average or at the open, he had a 320.
Awesome.
If he had 1,000 shares at 320 and the stock right now is at 260, that's $600 on a $3,000 position. That's 20%. So
That's
the way that I want to explain it to people is like even taking 1,000 shares of a $3 stock and making 10 cents is $100. An extra $100 from one scalp. If you do that twice, that's $200. You do that every single day, that's an extra $1,000 a week. So people, we have to kind of go back and remind people the power of consistency. We have to remind them that the goal of trading is not to make $500 a day, $1,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day. It is to make the most amount of money with the least amount of stress and have it add up. Because people always think that the way to do it is you're going to show up and you're going to make a Lambo today, or you're going to show up and you're going to make a Bugatti today. But what people fail to recognize is the same thing you talked about in your Fannie Mae trade is you were already up 100 grand, 200 grand on that week, which gave you the padding and the confidence to size up when your setup was there. So all these consistent days that you have build your confidence in trading. They help you reinforce that your process works so that when your play does come up, when that thing that you've been doing 5, 6, 10 days in a row does come up and you see that there's a bigger opportunity, then you say to yourself, okay, here I am. I've been through this 10 days in a row. I did it right 10 days in a row. Now it's time to do it in the 11th day, now the 12th day, now the 3rd day, and adds up. So don't be afraid to, take those $100 days. Don't be afraid to take those $200 days because that is the foundation of creating those $500 to $1,000 days.
correct. So, I mean, I have my bread and butter place. And so I trade in the morning pre-market like James does, but I do very small size. And that pads me, and it actually, I mean, dude, I guess for me, it's kind of bad. It's like stretching. I need to stretch out before I fucking enter the real rate, so that when the market opens, it's the fucking real rate. So when the market opened on Fran, I already knew what the fuck was going on because I was stretching and doing really small size pre-market to know the lines. You know what I'm saying? So when you see the opportunity, don't be fucking afraid. You're only afraid is if you don't have a risk plan. But James, that example is great. James knows the risk, and he's willing to do it. Why be afraid? If you have proper risk management, and one thing which is good, which we all don't realize is this. Pre-market is less volume, so the range is going to be more. And that's why you have these artificial moves that move on very low volume. And that's how you get trapped. That's why you should not chase. Yep.
And here's another thing that James has been using that's been really helping him. It's the 30% rule that I talk about all the time. So just in case you don't know, the 30% rule is you're only allowed to use 30% of your max size above VWAP. So today, on the front side of the move, James lost on that 30% of size, but because he only used 30%, he was able to get back in confidently with more size when it confirmed, and that's what led to him kind of becoming more and more consistent. He's able to keep his losses small because he's only using 30% of his size on the front side, which is not going to bleed him out, which is not going to hurt his mental confidence. He's only going to lose $100 when the stock goes up, but when it goes down, he's going to make $500 because he's sizing in accordingly and appropriately. So remember, there are so many different levels to these things. There are so many different levels, and you need to have the proper education for this because the reason why MIC is breeding out consistently profitable traders is they are lucky if a brand new trader joins MIC if you don't know anything about trading because you are going to learn the proper foundation first rather than unlearning your bad foundation from before.
Correct. Bad habits are the worst. I keep talking about this all the time. The worst trade, guys, besides blowing up, obviously, the worst trade is a trade where you break every single rule in the book. You're down on your knees praying that you can get out of it. And then you miraculously get out of it, which makes you do the same. You repeat the same fucking mistake over and over because you don't learn your lesson. You know what I'm saying? And so the sooner you learn the lesson, the better it is. And so that's why today I was kind of happy that I stopped out on CANF because I'm like, dude, normally I would just fight them motherfuckers. I'm already up. I'm up a lot of money on Fran. I could have fought it, and then I would have got bailed out. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm fucking cool. I have conviction. I knew it was a fake bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're convincing yourself that you breaking your rule and got lucky and you didn't fucking die. Now you're, I'm the fucking good trader. No, you're not. You got fucking lucky this one time.
And then you're going to take the mother of all losses in the time that you're wrong because you're not practicing proper risk management. Both you and I lost money because we were managing our risk and we were pissed, right? We were pissed that we lost money and we underperformed, but we failed to recognize that if we keep doing this over and over again, we're still green on the day. You made $3,000. I made almost $2,000 by stopping out and being wrong and losing money. And that was on a day like today. So it just kind of reinforces the fact that if you follow the rules and you stick to your process and you do what you are supposed to do, long term, you are going to make money. And that is what is important.
Correct. Exactly, man. So keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind with the next time you trade, guys. Focus on your process. If you lose, but you stuck to your process, consider that a win. And then the hard part people have, though, is like, unless you know what your strategies are, you're building the wrong process around the wrong strategy. So we don't talk about strategies often, but a lot of these kids think that they have the fucking strategy down. You just started fucking trading a year ago. How the fuck would you know what the fucking strategies are? You see what I'm saying? So I hate it when these guys, I'm learning, I don't need anything. I'm like, dude, okay. Eventually they're all going to come back because you know what, man? Markets change. Just because one shit works yesterday, it doesn't work today. I mean, I'm fine with that. People need to learn what they learn, but process alone doesn't fucking help you if you're trading the wrong strategy, guys. You're fucking always doing it. But what keeps people alive is what Alex says, risk management. And to be honest, Alex is probably surprised that I stopped out too, because I'm normally the guy that would fucking keep fighting this motherfucker. Then all of a sudden I'm in 50,000 shares. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. Yeah. I was very proud that I stuck to my process. I was able to just say, fuck it, dude. If it tanks, so be it. I'm going to be okay with missing the trade instead of fucking up and fucking fighting this shit. Because when it comes to trading, guys, you're going to have, it's like going to war. You're going to have like a split second to make your decision. It's like the fork in the road. Which side would you go? You have, fucking 1 second to make that choice. And when you make a choice, you got to be confident. Just like, fuck it. You don't want to run back to that fork in the road and fucking get back in. So when I got out, I was like, fuck it, this shit. This shit already tricked me once. Fuck it. I'm going to be happy because next time I'm going to learn. Next time what I'm going to learn on CNF is I'm not going to have FOMO. I'm going to have small starter size like James did, 30%, and I'll still have 70% left. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fucking, so I blew up my fucking, I was down maybe, I wasn't down that much. I was maybe down 15 cents. On like 8,000 shares, but still, that's like, fuck. So when I came back to near even, I took it off. You know? And
the key is that now that you did that, it reminds you that next time that you do it, it's all right too. It's all right too to do it again because, you know, like you said, the worst thing you could do is be bailed out, right, and be lucky. But now you're showing yourself and you're showing everyone else that taking that loss and coming back is the right thing to do because you're able to make that money back in the right way, which leads to, again, good habits to be able to do this long term. That's all it comes down to. You have to build the habits to do this long term because trading is not easy, right? It takes people years and years and years to be consistently profitable. You know, people at MIC are lucky that they are joining and learning the right foundation first, which is leading to them becoming consistently profitable in less than a year. So you have all the tools in front of you. You have all the resources in front of you. Bao and I could teach you the mechanics of trading. We could teach you the foundation of trading, but also the mindset of trading is important too. And that's why we focus a lot of our time on these Instagram lives to get your mindset right. Because like Bao said, you have a 1 second split decision to make. And unless you're sharp mentally, and unless you know what you're doing, you're probably going to take the wrong fork in the road. So always remember that you have to kind of, like Bao said, you're a professional athlete. And what professional athletes do is they watch themselves after the fact. So I've been kind of advising people to record their screens and record their trades and rewatch it after the market is closed to see what you did right, what you did wrong, and that's kind of like your highlights. That's like your sports highlights. So there's so many things to do.
The best athletes, they don't think, they react. They instinct. I wouldn't say react. They already anticipated. By anticipating, it's a reflex. It's like someone throws a ball in your face. You know how to move your head. That's the instinct. You have to think that, oh, this ball is going to hit me in the head. I must move. If you thought that, the ball is going to hit you in the head. You don't have enough time. So you have to keep practicing, guys, until it becomes an instinct. And on Twitter, I keep talking about this for many years. I call it trading as a reflex. Trading as a reflex. It becomes so instinctual to me, like a fucking reflex, that when the time comes, There's no time to think, guys. You have to just fucking know what to do. And this comes through experience. And you know what, man? If you keep doing what you're doing, you will get it. Don't be afraid. So how do you, so a lot of people, like, they go, you have to be fast. No, reflex doesn't mean be fast. Reflex means I've already planned this. And so when the time came, I expected this scenario or one of the scenarios that happened, and I'm going to just react on it, not thinking about what's going to happen. So all the plans that we do, guys, we woke up. What time did you wake up today, Alex?
It was like, today I slept in because it was my birthday yesterday, so 6 o'clock, which is sleeping in, right?
He slept in 3.5 hours before the market opened, right?
Yeah. 3.5 hours, exactly.
3.5 fucking hours, dude. I woke up California time at 4:30 because I forgot to set my alarm clock. So I had maybe 2 hours of planning, and I'm already panicking. I'm like, fuck. My process is broken. I usually get up, have an extra half an hour to go to the bathroom to do what I have to do. So today I didn't have that extra half hour. So I'm already fucking franticking. And when I got in, I see CNF, and I'm like FOMO because I missed it. Because I'm like, fuck, I got up half an hour late. And so what I did was actually size down on everything. I fucking sized down. And by sizing down, I was still able to pull out a nice green day because I understood that I broke my process. I deviated from my process, and I need to slow down. So these are the mature things of trading that people won't talk about that you eventually, only you would know. If you're having a bad day, you're fighting your girlfriend, if the bills are due, maybe it's not time to trade. You know what I'm saying? Or trade very small size.
Yep.
So these are, But at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to say we don't know what the stock's going to do. I'm not arrogant to say, oh, I know the stock, you shouldn't do this. Risk management. You can do anything you want as long as you have proper risk management in place.
Yep.
And do not be afraid.
Use hard stops. Use hard stops because most new traders haven't earned the right to use a mental stop, right? So always use your hard stops.
And you know how easy it is? In my opinion, I don't want to be a dick, but it is very easy to make $100, guys. Like Alex says. You want to talk about it again? I mean, dude, the problem is you want to make more. You want to make more. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's a matter of greed, right? Because you forget that how far, if you have 1,000 shares and you're making 10 cents on 1,000 shares or 5 cents on 2,000 shares, it's like you could do that over and over and over again. The problem is when you're up $200, you want $500 and then you lose $500 on the day. So that's why I need to force myself to walk away. It's like you're at a casino, right? The longer you sit at the table, the higher chance you have of losing money. So it's the same thing.
Correct, guys. And so that's why this is helpful. That's why you have a tab. Seriously, the reason why people go, I don't need to join a community like MIC, I do fine on my own. You know what, man? It may work for 1%, but I guarantee you most human beings are bored. They enter trades needlessly. They lose money unnecessarily. And by having a community, I'm joking around with everybody in there. I'm actually being saved. It saves me fucking money, dude. It saves me money.
Yep. That's it, man.
All right,
That's
man.
it.
You want to bring in? We're gonna bring in what? Oh, we want to talk about your event.
So we have. Okay, so I think this thing is gonna run out soon, but let me kind of say it fast. So New York City this Saturday, September 14th at 235th Rooftop at 2 p.m. I'm hosting a meetup. It is open for members and non-members. But what I really want to talk about is the video I did yesterday is a steak dinner giveaway. So what we're doing is if you join MIC in the month of September, if as a monthly member, you get 1 entry. As an annual member, you get 5 entries. As a lifetime member, you get 10 entries. And at the end of the month, I'm going to pick one person at random and fly to wherever the world they are, Australia, Brazil, China, Tokyo, California, Texas, whatever it is. And I will take them to the best steak dinner that that country state has to offer for free. So not only are you getting access to MIC for a month, a year, or a lifetime, you're also getting into the running to have a 7-figure trader come sit down with you and talk to you about your tradings, and I will help mentor you during that dinner to help you become more consistently profitable. And at the end of the day, the way I say it is don't be discouraged if you don't win, because at the end of the day, you're still getting a membership for $5 a day that is going to help you become consistently profitable. So it's only in your best interest to at least try it in the month of September.
And if you live in a cool area and get picked, I might show up.
I love it.
If it's someone nasty, I'm sorry.
But see, that's the fun of it. The point is, you realize that we do it because we actually enjoy meeting people. We actually enjoy hanging out with people. That's why Bao out of nowhere says he wants to come too, because he knows it's going to be fun if we're all together talking trade. Because at the end of the day, trading is our favorite subject. It is the thing that makes us happy. It is the thing that brings us joy. And it's like I've hung out with Bao so many times, and I see him smiling and I see him excited when I walk in on him trading, because I know that that's kind of what brings him his passion. And the fact that you're being able to talk to someone not only that is passionate about what they do and that has made a shitload of money doing it is like the opportunity of a lifetime. So why not at least try it for a month? And if you don't like it, you can fucking cancel. Like it's a no-brainer to me is what I'm saying. It's a no-brainer to me.
Yep. Well, thanks, guys.
Yep, that's it.
Shoot us a message and give us some topic ideas. What would you like to see the next time we talk about? Oh, talk about Tasha's thing. And then Aloha, real quick.
Oh yeah, so here's what we have. So let's say today's Tuesday. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. market time, Tosh is hosting a free webinar. We'll put the link on Twitter. We'll put the link on Instagram. And this is kind of an introduction to MIC to show you kind of what we have to offer.